Yo, what up guys? Jacques Slade here, and while sneakers is usually the main topic here on this channel, you know I love technology, and today the iPhone 8 and iPhone X were announced. Since I know you guys love your phones just as much as I do, here's a quick guide to what you should know. First, there are three big announcements today. One was for the Apple Watch, the other was for the Apple TV, and the other is for the iPhone 8 and the iPhone X, so I guess technically that's four, but let's get into it. Let's start with the Apple Watch. They officially announced the Apple Watch Series 3, which has a ton of updates, but the most important is cellular connectivity. Basically, this means you don't need to have your cell phone with you anymore to call, text, or stream music from your watch. It has full LTE and UTMS cellular radio, so it works across carriers like Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, and T-Mobile, plus others from around the world. Now, other updates include faster Wi-Fi, which has something to do with the new S3 chip, and then there's something really cool called a barometric altimeter, which will help you track activity like how you're climbing up flights of stairs, outdoor workouts, and including your elevation game, which is really dope. On the software side, watchOS 4 will have new features like an updated heart rate app, which will be great for those that exercise. And then speaking of exercise, they also have a new workout app, and the phone can actually connect directly to workout equipment that has that option, so there's that as well. Pricing wise, the Apple Watch Series 3 starts at $399 for cellular and $329 without, and the price just goes up from there based on the model of watch you get. Pre-orders start on Friday the 15th, and they'll be available next Friday the 22nd. All right, now I don't watch a lot of Apple TV even though I have one, but based on my mentions, a lot of you actually do, so here is your update. The new system is called the Apple TV 4K, and well, it now shows 4K content and HDR content. HDR is high dynamic range, which makes images and videos look really nice. If you currently have HD movies in iTunes, those will actually be upgraded to 4K automatically, and you can also watch 4K content from streaming services like Amazon Prime Video and Netflix when it becomes available. They also announced that the new system runs on the A10X Fusion chip, which powers the iPad Pro, which is a beast in itself. As far as pricing goes for that, it starts at $179 for 32 gigabytes and $199 for 64 gigabytes. Like the watch, pre-orders start on Friday the 15th, and the launch is on Friday the 22nd. Now for the part that you really want to know. First, there are three new phones: the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, and the iPhone X or iPhone 10. Most important things to know: the phones are more durable. They have better displays, better cameras, and they finally have wireless charging. The 8 has a 4.7-inch screen, and the 8 Plus has a 5.5-inch screen, just like your iPhone 7, so your cases can stay exactly the same for the most part. They have a new feature called True Tone, which provides a more paper-like natural viewing experience, and the speakers are up to 25% louder. Thumbs up for that. Technically, one of the cooler things with the new iPhones is augmented reality, or AR. Basically, it's a better version of like that Pokemon game we were all playing like crazy a little while ago. Well, with it now being native to the iPhone, you can really have some interesting gaming and life experiences. I personally feel like the AR is really the secret sauce for these new phones. They even created a new chip for it called the A11 Bionic that handles the real-world tracking, scene recognition, and the GPU can go up to 60 frames per second, which is really dope for video games. As with every year, the cameras are better. 12 megapixels with quad LED True Tone flash. They shoot 4K video at up to 60 frames per second and slow-mo at 1080p at 240 frames per second. They also figured out how to compress images better on the phone, so you can store up to 2 times as many photos and videos than before, which is great for those that get the smaller size phone. If you opt for the 8 Plus, you get double 12 megapixel cameras on the back, one wide and one portrait. Speaking of portrait, you still have portrait mode, but you also get portrait lighting, which adds these crazy like studio lighting effects to help you adjust the way your images look. They actually look really dope. There's 5 different options. If you have been on Android in the last few years, you already experienced the joy of wireless charging, and now Apple is introducing it with the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus. As for the pricing, Apple got rid of the lower and middle tiers, and now only 64 and 256 gigabytes are available. The iPhone 8 starts at $699, and the iPhone 8 Plus starts at $799. Available colors include silver, gold, and space gray, and pre-orders start on the 15th, and the phone launches on the 22nd. And last but not least, the iPhone X or iPhone 10, whichever you want to call it. Basically, it has everything I mentioned about the iPhone 8 Plus. It has a little bit more, and it's a bit smaller, but with a wider screen. Let me explain. The phone has a true depth camera system. It has a beautiful Super Retina display and a super fast A11 Bionic chip with neural engine. Apple upgraded the screen and got rid of the home button, giving the phone an all screen display with rounded corners, all glass in the front and the back, and a stainless steel band. The phone looks absolutely gorgeous. The display is 5.8 inches and it's OLED, which gives those deeper blacks and brighter colors, and it's also better on the battery life than the LCD that you get in the iPhone 8. Because there is no home button on the iPhone X, you can actually use Face ID to unlock your phone. From what I have seen, it works really well, and the system can actually determine whether or not it's a photo of you or the real thing. It can also determine if your eyes are closed, and it won't unlock your phone if your eyes are closed. It uses 30,000 invisible IR dots to help map your face, and all of this is all part of the front-facing front-facing camera. Now the back camera, it again features two 12-megapixel cameras, one at 1.4 and the other at a 2.4 aperture for even better photos than the 8, or the 8 Plus I should say. The phone also has new quad LED True Tone flash, which offers twice the uniformity of slow sync. Now on the front side, they also introduced Animoji, which allows you to bring a small group of emojis to life. Basically, it allows you to animate emojis with facial features and with your mouth. It looks pretty cool, but I'm not sure if it's a gimmick or not. All right, to wrap this all up, the X gives you a better front and back cameras. It gives you the Face ID feature, a Super Retina display, and a really beautiful end-to-end full screen display. Pricing wise, the X starts at $999 for the 64 gigabytes and goes up to $1149 for the 256. They actually don't launch until November 3rd, but you will be able to pre-order on October 27th. Okay, so that's everything you need to know about the Apple TV, the iPhone X, and the new Apple Watch Series 3. But my real question for you guys is, do you think you actually need to upgrade? Phones are to a point now where bump in features is getting smaller and smaller, and every time they do launch a new phone, they expect you to spend maybe $700 on the low end, all the way up to now where it's $1,149 for the top end phone, the iPhone X. As a person that creates content on the internet constantly, day in and day out, for me it's a no-brainer to upgrade. A better camera, better video, and the ability to do all these things. For me, I think, yes, I'm going to upgrade because it'll allow me try different things. And I feel like basically make better videos for you guys. That's one of my goals, is finding some way to really incorporate the tools that I have, because really that's what they are for me, a tool, and finding some way to use that to make better videos, content for you guys. When I think about these new phones, I think about people like maybe like my mom or my brother that don't use the phone to their full potential. So do I tell them to upgrade? I try to think about it this way. If I wasn't a content creator, would I be upgrading my phone or upgrading my Apple TV or upgrading my Apple Watch? Apple Watch for me is something that I'm really interested in more than anything else really in this latest update, because I'm training for a marathon. To have something that more accurately measures my exercise and my heart rate, those things are really important. I'm out training nearly every day of the week. Better stats on my heart rate, more accurate information on my training, more accurate information on how far I'm going, how fast I'm going, the cellular, so I don't have to carry my cell phone. That stuff matters to me, and so that's worth upgrading to me because it's part of my journey. But for someone that isn't doing those type of things, is it really worth it? Are you just spending money just because there's something new and now you feel like you need to have the newest and shiniest thing when the phone you have actually serves its purpose? Personally, still use the iPhone 6s Plus. Do I need to upgrade to the iPhone 10? Probably not. So what does all of this mean? Does any of this really matter at all? I guess that's totally up to you. Yes, I think the things are cool. 4K looks great, looks beautiful. The new Apple Watch Series 3, yes, it's good, it's better, it's more accurate, and that's definitely going to help you if you exercise and things like that. The new iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8 Plus, they have better cameras, they have that portrait mode, which looks beautiful, and all these, the AR, the augmented reality features, they look amazing if you're into gaming and things like that. But I guess the question I want you to ask yourself is it worth it to upgrade, and do I really need to upgrade? Not trying to tell you how to spend your money, just want to ask some questions. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is it worth the upgrade? Are you going to upgrade? And if you are, what exactly are you going to get? As always, guys, I appreciate you. Make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you soon. Peace.